フルカウンター
The AoT collaboration is coming back to Grand Cross and is already available right now in JP and KR. But the big question right now is, when will it be coming to Global? Well, today we're going to break it down. Alright, so the release date for the actual Attack on Titan collaboration is going to be the 5th of September. So next Tuesday for us on Global. I know many of you don't know, but trust me, since obviously it's going to bring a lot of new players in. And oh my days, I got asked so much recently on the channel. It's, yeah, I have to make a video about this. So yeah, the 5th of September on Tuesday, we're going to be getting this collaboration. They should start to tease it very soon in-game and also on the social media, so you'll probably hear a lot about it as well. But to go over what is going to be coming, we're going to be getting 2 new characters. That's going to be a new Levi and a new Eren. So let's break down their skills in more detail now that we have, you know, kind of better translations and we've seen a bit of them in game. All right, so we are going to get a nice little logger bonus. We're going to get, I think, around 30 multis here for free, and I believe on the actual check-in missions you can actually get, I think, around 20 more summons. You're going to get around 55, I think. So 5 multis basically, which is means you only have to spend around 450 diamonds on the actual Attack on Titan banner to guarantee 1 for free. But the rates are actually pretty good and the banner's pretty good too. Once again, I love the little artwork up here. It's so sick here. But you are going to get a free copy of obviously Levi as well, and here are the actual login tickets too. So that's always nice to see. The story mode also returned, which I've seen most people haven't seen. I am the person who typically likes to upload and record the story cutscenes, which I never did for AoT. And from what I've seen, it's barely online. So for most of us, Udo, it's not really new. It's one that we're going to experience all for the first time for everyone basically, so it's kind of nice to see it. Obviously AoT Conquest is back, and also the actual Titan Elimination, which I don't think's been buffed either. But let's go through the more important part, the banner. So the banner we've already seen already, but this is the banner, and it's a pretty good one, like I said. So bear in mind the filler rate is not the greatest, but it is very, very small, to where basically what you want to be going after is the AoT characters, especially the new ones, right? The new Eren and also the new Levi. But the fact that you can pull the old ones on it is also nice. Bear in mind you can trade up their coins. If you want to know how much I spent last time to get a 6-6 Reinhardt and Echidna, which was the last collaboration banner with the same exact rates, it was around 1.8k diamonds. I think if you were to do 2 rotations, you could possibly 6-6 one of these characters. So 1.2k diamonds, which is just a little bit over 900 than your normal festival. You could 6-6 one of them. Obviously, it's all RNG, but the rates are in your favor. You have obviously 1% chance to get a new character, and obviously the 2 old ones. It's in total 1.6 out of 3% to get an actual AoT character. You're more than likely going to be getting more AoTs than non-filler characters, which is obviously nice to see. But going down, while gold for Escanor is obviously not great, and neither is Lydia and Easton, the bottom ones are actually pretty decent. Mono, and especially Roxy. Roxy is a character you want to get 6-6 because of her actual unity ability, which is going to give your association character, was it 10% attack rate stats, depending on how many dupes you have. And not to mention, she's a human buffer and makes the AoT characters actually look good. So massive W from Netmarble actually putting this character on the banner. This is very, very generous. Okay, so before we go through Eren's skills, let's go through its actual abilities, because I haven't seen animations, so I'm looking forward to them. So I think the most important part about Eren is that he does say Tatakai. So if we play and we listen. So yeah, this is the move he used against Armin, so love that they've done it in game, and the fact we got the voice on it is sick as well. Then we got this one. Did we see the Titan? Oh, it's so sick. It's so sick. Yeah, this, I wish they would have swapped them around, because at the moment, this is like the main DPS skill, where this is more of a debuff. Really wish they would have swapped it to make the actual Titan do more damage, if that makes sense. But yeah, as it is right now, your human self is stronger than your Titan self, which is very, very weird. And then we have the ultimate, which I want to say is beautiful. One of the best looking in the game. Sick animation, especially for AoT. The green eyes as well, the Titan lightning effects, and boom. The new Titan model. The Titan model looks sick. Straight out of, obviously, he's got more defined features. Maybe it's the lighting. Okay, we didn't see that much. Okay, that's so sick. Yeah, it's, just so much better, bro. The Titan model, I wish we would have updated the old one, but I don't think they did. Alright, so on screen now is going to be Eren's skills. You see a very simple character, but one that I think will be quite decent and will be an option to use on the human team going forward, which is going to be very needed. And I think, if anything, Eren's kind of made to counter the tier team, which kind of always destroyed the actual human team. So now you got options. Increase your basic stats by 10% for each giant or human ally participating in battle. And then you also deal 30% extra damage per buff effect you have when you attack an enemy. So yeah, literally unknowns. Unknowns have obviously crazy buffs. You have you know, the Nanashi sub slot as well. This is essentially made to just target here turn 1, since he does taunt himself, and just to deal extra damage. Increase attack rate stats abilities by 20% when an ally or yourself attacks an enemy with favorable conditions. So basically type advantage. So if you tag a blue onto a red, you're going to do an extra 20% attack rate stats, which is I mean, back in the day, it would be massive, but now that we have a lot of dark and light up characters, and especially with every new festival coming out this year, they've always been light or dark, so it's not going to be too crazy. Once again, very good towards tier, since you are type advantage, you can pretty much two-shots here with his little combo he's got going on. Additionally, you are given the giant race, and at the start of the turn, giants will recover 10% of their max HP if they take damage during that turn. Very good with Diane and possible giants in the future. There aren't that many, but I do imagine we're going to get some sort of light or dark Diane in the future. And obviously, Dubs could be a character to support him. And then maybe going forward, we have Turoria, who is very new to the Seven Sins lore. She just got shown Origins, who is obviously Diane and King's daughter. So she should be part of the actual giant race. But by the time we get her, Eren, we probably be in the part 4 of the actual collaboration. His first skill is basically a better version of Weak Point in some situations. So essentially he deals more damage, 2 times damage in particular, towards characters that have a debuff effect, which means you always gotta have a debuff effect on them. Otherwise this skill is yeah, not doing damage. But also when you do attack that debuff character, you're gonna increase your critical damage by 2 times. So basically Spike and Weak Point little bit mixed together, and with the fact that he does get obviously more attack rate stats, and with his relic as well, the guy's gonna be critting like a lot and also doing a lot of damage, so it's a pretty good skill. The second skill is one we've seen before. It's just going to attack the enemy and also reduce their defense by 4% if it is a tier 3. And I think 20 on tier 1, which is nice, right? Because once again, going with the relic, you're going to be lowering the defense quite a bit. And I think with other characters coming in the future, this is going to be a good skill to have. Nothing too much to say about that one. And then we get the ultimate. Now, the ultimate right now is 1/6. And I do believe these characters kind of fall off a little bit at 1/6. And it's kind of a shame, right? So what he does is, for 2 turns, you can increase your critical rate, so your crit chance, by 100%. But if it's at 1/6, it's only going to be 50%. So you want to get this character at least 4/6 and above, honestly. And of course, the character then deals spike damage, right? So if you crit your ultimate, you're killing, right? It's as simple as that. Unless you're green. Maybe if you're green, you survive it. But yeah, we kind of went through the ultimate already, how it looks, but essentially it's going to crit all the time, and with the spike effect, and obviously with you lowering your crit defense, yeah, the Eren should be at 6/6, should be wiping out everyone. But it's a 2-turn buff, so if it doesn't kill, then don't worry, you got a tier 3 or tier 2 to follow up afterwards, and that should guarantee the kill. So yeah, Eren is a very simple character, and I think from what we've been hearing so far from people that are testing out the character is he lacks a lot, basically. He's not a bad character, and if you want to use him and you want to get him for your human team, I do believe you'll have a lot of success, and he'll probably last a while until we get 4 nights, which we don't know when it's going to come to the game. But I think with a lot of human characters coming in the future, he may be a character that'll fall off quicker, at least in comparison towards Levi, which we'll get in a second. But I think you always have an option on the human team, but apparently his power right now is that you always have to apply your debuff before you attack with your actual single target skill. Very good turn 1, because you're always guaranteed it. But when there's like, you know, you have to kill Esterosa, Perk Millie, and Demon King, it's a lot to try and do it every single turn. So I would say you can't really rely on Eren to be the main DPS. And since he doesn't support the team in any other way apart from himself, in terms of basic stats, it may be a character that falls up quicker than usual. But Levi is the one I think may last a bit longer. And I say right now, it's just because of this skill here, which I haven't seen yet, by the way. It's the AoE effect. I mean, boys, every team's got to have it. Rudius did have it, so it's now you have 2 options. If you got Rudius and Levi, you can now go towards green DPS or red DPS. So depending on how the meta turns out, what's actually more viable, Levi may take that 3rd slot on the human team, with obviously Escanon, probably Chaos Arthur coming at the end of the year. So yeah, we don't really have much space to fit in all these AoT characters and all the humans coming. It's you got to be very picky about your characters. But let's go through his characters kit. Alright, so at the start of the battle, you're going to give yourself a Mark or defense for 2 turns, which is going to increase your critical defense by 80%, so it's very hard to actually crit you, which is he's going to be a massive counter towards, obviously, Eren. I think it's almost just an instant win against Eren, basically. But also the same was debuff effect, which is massively important, because then Eren can't, obviously, yeah, like he just made a counter Eren, which is exactly what I call, by the way. But also very good, obviously, against Tyr, since Tyr can't obviously apply a weak point towards you. And obviously Esterosa, which is where I believe Levi will shine most against the demon team, you can't get encroached. If SOS applies 4 darkness effects onto you, he's not going to lower your stats by 50%. So yeah, I think that point Levi is just going to last a lot longer in the meta. The fact that, you know, you can't be debuffed, he's just basically a godly character for 2 turns, plus infect as well. It's a lot. But on top of that, that's not only it, right? He's going to increase his actual pace rate by 30% for each human ally. So you want to use a full human team, once again going the route of Chaos Arthur in the future. So he's always going to have 9% pace rate. And then when he also attacks, he's also going to remove 1 buff effect from all enemies. Since he does have an AoE skill, this will be every single time he attacks, basically. And for the characters whose buffs have been removed, you're going to apply a debuff, which is going to actually make your critical damage do 2 times towards any character on your team. So Escanor, Signature Bond, Chaos Arthur in the future, even Eren on the team is going to do 2 times crit damage. So Eren and Levi together seem like a pretty good combo as well. But yeah, so Levi's just doing more for the team. Applied effect, making your characters do more damage. And the fact that this guy can't be taken out super easy. He's, yeah, very, very good. Skill 1 is going to be 2 times pace rate, but also doubles the critical damage if you anti-attack an enemy with the mark. So if you do your AoE skill and you remove a buff, obviously, you're going to do more damage. So this skill effect is sick. Plus, it also looks amazing, by the way. I just love the actual difference they've done between the models, which simply just add in the Titan Spear. It's, yeah, so sick. And we went through the actual AoE already, but it is obviously going to be AoE Infect, which applies on a tier 1. Yeah, it's just, it's going to make the character last so much longer. And with the character being more competent, especially than Rudius, since he can do more each turn, it's, yeah, very, very good. Levi's ultimate is almost the exact same as, obviously, Eren, where Eren increases crit chance for 2 turns up to 100%. Levi's doing the exact same, but rather than crit chance, he is doing pace rate, which is probably a bit more important since he does have pace effect on the actual skill. So you are going to deal 3 times more pace rate, essentially meaning, like Eren, if you get the character to at least 4/6 or above, you are going to deal, yeah, way more damage and probably wipe out the whole field, by the way. My first time watching Ultimate, this here looks like... Oh, it's so sick. Yeah, it's so sick. And once again, it lasts 2 turns. So your buff effect, you can then follow up with an actual AoE card or a single target skill, which will deal more damage since you are getting 2 times pace rate. So yeah, Levi and Eren, very similar towards how they are built. I kind of love what you've done here. And then on screen as well is going to be the relics, because they do get 1 for free, which is essentially another passive towards the character's kit, which you can reface up. Very simple characters. But yeah, boys, that is it for today's video. Let me know if you're excited for this AoT collaboration. Like I said, I'll do a stream summon later on, but I do believe both of these characters are very, very good, and you can easily use them on your teams if you want to go for a few dupes and actually get them maxed out. Of course, if you buy the cosmetics, but once again, you know, they're not needed. I think for the human team, especially with what's coming in the future, I do imagine Eren and Levi will be replaced very, very quickly because, like I said, Chaos Arthur, Percival, I mean, even Lancelot in some way, right? It's like, there's going to be so many humans in the future. It's, we're going to have too many characters to put onto a team. If you want to continue using these characters in the future, then you probably get them 6/6 because they'll be, you know, you kind of need them. Because you're probably going to need them, right? Because they'll kind of fall off quick. But Eren's got a very good CC, by the way. I think almost like 70k. So he's very, very good. Levi around 67k CC. But he has got Infect, which, you know, humans need. They only have Rudius. And Rudius is not as good as he should be. So, boys, thank you for watching. Let me know if you're summoning. And, yeah, peace.